Hello, hello. What you're seeing here is the totality of my eyeliner, mascara, and brow product collection. This is part 2 of my makeup collection series for 2024. This is how this channel started, and this is how this channel is gonna keep going. If you're new here, my name is Jo, and I am a makeup enthusiast that finds great joy in trying beauty products and putting color on my face so that I can tackle my life with joy and intention. So let's get started with this particular section of eye makeup, and I'll walk you through the products that are in use right now. Some of these are not in use because they're fairly new to my collection, and some of my general thoughts of these because the vast majority of these products are in use and on rotation, or I have used them already and they're coming back to my collection after I finish them up. Let's get started. All right, in this video on my makeup collection series, we're gonna cover brows, eyeshadow primers, eyeliners, and mascaras. I'm gonna do my best to separate things that are in use and not in use. And I'm also going to try, at least in the eyeliner collection, to go by brands so that I can give you my thoughts on formulas. Let's get started with brow products. Well, clearly, I trust Benefit with my eyebrows. Can you tell? Because my entire brow collection is Benefit. Let's start with this old guy. This is the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder. I use shade 5, and this is one of the oldest products in my collection. I will not tell you how long I've had that. I think I said it in last year's video, but look at this. Oh my goodness, what a mess, what a mess. So first of all, I'm very proud of the fact that I have like one continuous pan around it. I just use this with a brow brush. And yeah, you can see that like the dips on the sides are pretty deep. I use this very regularly for my brows. I think it's a great product. I don't think that it comes in this format anymore. I think that it's a pot now. I don't know that Benefit does like 2 shades. I'm not sure that this was 2 shades anymore because I've had it for a really long time. I don't know if I'll ever finish this, but I love it. I think that it gives you a very defined brow and is really easy and straightforward to apply. You don't really need to like hold it with a gel or anything like that. At least not my brows, which are not super flimsy. My brows can hold a shape pretty well without too much help. I haven't had any issues with it. It's just, again, a very straightforward product. I would use it again for sure. This one, I would love to finish it. I don't know if I will. And I'm actually thinking about retiring it maybe next summer. So like the summer of 2025, just retire it at whatever stage it is because it's just old. It's very old, so I don't know like how much more longer I should keep it because it's just very old. But I really love it and I use it most days. And then we have Benefit Gimme Brow. I also have this in shade 5. Very precise brow gel, very simple, straightforward application. It holds brows really well. I did find that using it with this Gimme Brow volumizing pencil does make like a pretty perfect combo, and I'm really happy that I was able to buy these on a set. I actually got these recently on the spring savings event from Sephora. So this is a full size, this is a mini. These two work together very well to give you a structured brow that doesn't look too cardboardy or, you know, like stenciled, or like, you know, the 2016 Instagram brow, although I have a feeling that might be coming back. I'm not looking forward to that. But again, overall, there's a reason why like all my brow products are Benefit. I really do think that they do things very well in the brow department. And I mean, I don't know, like I've had some disappointing experiences with brow products this year. If you've seen my empties and my declutters for 2023, you have seen that, you know, I've gotten some brow gels that really are not getting the job done. So, I mean, Benefit, I think, is just a very reliable option because they really do know what they're doing. They maintain their focus and a couple of products that they do very well, and clearly brows are one of them. Eyeshadow primers, we don't need to go into a lot of detail. I only have 2. To my left is the Kokie Prep Up Eyeshadow Primer, and then to my right is the Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer. Both products have their merits. The Koki is thinner and more translucent, so it helps to like not interfere with the color of your eyeshadow, or just provide a translucent base for, like, for example, if you have an eyeshadow that has a translucent base itself, like say Urban Decay Space Cowboy, then you still want to wear an eyeshadow primer. The Koki one is a really good option because it's not going to give you additional base that might make your eyeshadow look different than what it's supposed to look like. The Kaleidos, however, does provide a little bit of a base, but it helps to like neutralize the color of your eyelids so that you can have a more uniform canvas for your eyeshadow and it doesn't look weird based on like the color of your veins or the color of your eyelids or whatever it is. This is a pretty thick product. This is thinner. This has a dofa applicator. This, you just squeeze it out of the tube. So this I apply with a brush so that I can thin it out. Otherwise, it does have quite a bit of pigment for my eyelids. So both are eyeshadow primers that I enjoy, and I do think that, first of all, they do help with color payoff. I especially like to use eyeshadow primer when I'm working, say, with like Natasha Denona cream to powder formulas, so that if they are not super consistent, then these guys can help me out. And of course, when I want a shade of eyeshadow to really, really pop, then, you know, that's where eyeshadow primer comes in. I think the Koki will be done by the end of the year, like by the end of 2024. I think that it might be getting a little bit thin. I've had this for a couple of years now, and I use it pretty frequently. I've been pulling the Kaleidos a little bit more lately because I want to lock my eyeshadow into place, like really lock it into place when I've been using eyeshadow primer. Like I use this as like my wedding day eyeshadow primer. I chose the Kaleidos for the sake of like longevity. But I mean, both really solid products. I mean, they're the only two eyeshadow primers that I've ever tried, but I'm very happy with both. Okay, let's talk about mascaras for a minute. This is the totality of my mascaras. There are 6 here. 5 are minis that came in a Sephora Favorites set, and 1 is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. This is a full size, which also came in a Sephora Favorites set, but this is my second tube. I haven't opened this yet, but I absolutely love it. The hype is real. The multitude of people that you see raving about this on the internet, they're not lying to you. It really is great, and it gives you everything that you want, for real. You want wispy, you get wispy. You want drama, you get drama. You get length, you get volume, you get all the things. It is a solid mascara. I would say that this is top 3, top 4 all-time favorites for me. So when I saw it in a Sephora Favorites set, I was like, oh, I get this mascara and like a couple of other things for about the same price as this mascara costs. Sign me up. I love it. But I'm not going to open it for a while because I want to use probably the 5 minis first, since the 5 minis are all new mascaras to me and the Tower 28 is not, and it's like a solid favorite that is not going anywhere. So these are the mascaras that came on that Sephora Favorites set. The set came with a voucher so that I can pick up a full size of one of these. So let's talk about the ones that I haven't used first. So I have the Rare Beauty mascara here, then the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which I think I've used before, but I don't remember, and then the Benefit Roller Lash mascara. Those 3 in the middle, I have not used, but in order of like excitement for them, I would say I'm most excited to try the Rare Beauty, then the Benefit Roller Lash, then the Too Faced. I could be wrong when I actually try them out. The 2 that are open at the moment are the 2 in the bookends. Let's talk about them. So to the left, I have the Tartelette Tubing Mascara, and to the right, I have the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I've used the Milk Makeup twice, and I've used the Tartelette once. I used it last night to go on a double date. So the Kush, I really like it. It's not the most dramatic mascara in the world, but it layers well and it does give length and volume to the lashes. So I would say that this is not a bad everyday mascara. Like, it's not the most dramatic thing in the world, but it really does get the job done. It doesn't like flake out or like fall in chunks or like stain your eyes or anything like that. So I'm pretty happy with it. Tartelette Tubing Mascara, again, same thing. I don't think that this is a mascara that you want if you really want like drama and thickness, but it does provide some length and volume, and it does work in the terms of being a 2-wing mascara. Like just a little bit of warm water, and yes, the little flicks will come off of your eyes very, very, very easily. But you know, if you're in the market for a 2-wing mascara, this could be one to try. It's not something that I can speak of because this is the first time I try one. And I mean, it's okay. It's not life-changing, and it's not my favorite effect on a mascara. Either of these ones are, but I think that to use for like everyday makeup, like to go to work and stuff, I think they're gonna get the job done for sure. All right, let's see if we can make sense out of my eyeliner collection, which is actually not that big, but I think that this is the most eyeliners I've had like in my entire life. So let's just go by brand and by type. Let's start with the liquid eyeliners. I have one brown, and is this the one? No. And I have one black. Where is it? It's right here. At opposite ends of the spectrum, price point wise. On top, I have the Pat McGrath liquid eyeliner. That's a black. And then on bottom, I have the Physicians Formula Ultra Fine liquid eyeliner, and this is a brown. The Pat McGrath is great. Makes for a very, very easy wing, locks into place very quickly. A very easy liquid liner to use. Not my favorite of all time. That remains Fenty, but a really, really solid one. Again, like, I think it's fairly beginner friendly, and it provides a pretty neat application. Like, it doesn't bleed, it doesn't like dispense too much product at a time. So you can really manipulate it well to create lines and wings of the thickness that you would like. The Physicians Formula, on the other hand, here is my issue with it. I feel like the brown on it is kind of translucent, and it really doesn't show on me if I have eyeshadow on. So I have found myself not using this very often because I use eyeshadow most days. I think that the time for me to use this will be like if I'm doing maybe a one eyeshadow look, or maybe with cream shadows, maybe, I don't know. I don't know where it will work better because I just don't do like plain eyeliner very often. And this one, again, is just kind of a thin formula. I don't know what it is. Like, it translates well in my hands, but in my eyes, it just kind of disappears. So it's been kind of a disappointing product overall. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, to be honest. I might declutter it and replace it with the Fenty, with the brown Fenty. Since I like the Fenty, I already know that, but I haven't tried the brown, I've only tried the black. This is the Natasha Denona Macro Tech Eye Crayon in Burgundy. I have noticed that if you don't sharpen it periodically, I feel like the tip kind of dries down a little bit and it gets a little tuggy, but you want burgundy, you will get burgundy with this. And overall, application is pretty seamless, and it does last on the eyelid. It's not gonna like bleed out. It really doesn't move once you apply it. So I'm curious to try a couple of others from her line because this is the only one I've tried. Then I have this Anshin thing from Haus Labs, from when Haus Labs was an Amazon brand. And this is the eyeliner in Hunted, which is like a forest green, a beautiful shade. I haven't used it in a little while, but I think that, I mean, it was the only thing that I tried from this iteration of Haus Labs, and I haven't tried Haus Labs after it went clean at Sephora, but I really like this eyeliner. I don't know how much longer I'll keep it because, again, I bought it when Haus Labs was being phased out at Amazon, but it is a pretty solid product. I just need to like remember to use it. I just haven't done that. I've been doing a lot of warm neutrals lately, like a lot of browns and that kind of thing. So maybe I should do like a more dramatic green eyeliner with something like that, with like one of my brown looks that I've been doing lately. Then I have my 4 Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. I think that I got these 4 in a set. Like, I'm pretty sure they came together in a holiday set. Shades that I have are Smog, that are like kind of like a bright copper. Well, not that bright and not that copper, more like a bronzy shade. Perversion, which is their classic black. Rockstar, which is an eggplant. And Demolition, which is getting really tiny, which is their darker brown. Let me show you some swatches. So from top to bottom, or left to right, top to bottom, you have Smog. Yeah, it is a copper for sure. It's like more like a bronze, really. Then second, you have Perversion, the black to end all blacks. Rockstar, which is again an eggplant. And Demolition, which is a brown. This is a change from last year because now Urban Decay is my second favorite pencil eyeliner formula. I'll show you the first one right now. This is now my favorite pencil eyeliner formula on the market, the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Eyeliner. I got these 3 on Black Friday, and I have the shades Cocoa, which is her brown, Navy Noir, which is a navy blue, and Ash, which is like a charcoal kind of gray. Let me show you some swatches. And here they are on the top of my hand. Cocoa on top, Navy Noir in the middle, and Ash on the bottom. These are super creamy. They glide on the eyes, but they give you like a little bit of room to manipulate them, and then that's it. Like that's all you get. They're gonna stay in place. You can also like manipulate these almost like a cream eyeshadow and really get a nice smudge to create like a very easy smoky eye. I am so impressed. Like, I want every color that exists. I don't care if it looks good on me or not. I want every color that exists because the formula is that good. We have another loner. This one came in one of the Sephora favorites set that I got in the spring savings event this year, and it's a brown. It's the Kulfi Underline Kajal Eyeliner in Chicky Chiku. It's just a brown. It works pretty well. I have really no bad things to say about it. I've used it once or twice, actually. I think twice, if I remember correctly, because I was replicating a look that I had done for a video. So yeah, I've used it twice, and I mean, I have nothing negative to say about the formula. It lasted really well. It applies really well. Application is really precise. It's one of the twisty ones. So it's not a sharpening pencil, which means that you kind of get a pointy tip every time. Haha. But yeah, I mean, Kulfi wasn't really on my radar, but now it is because these eyeliners are pretty nice. Last but not least, we have the Kaleidos Epiphany Melt On Eyeliner, or in short, the Kaleidos Multichrome Eyeliners. I have all 6 of them. These came out in the Night of Creation collection, which I think is from 2022. I don't remember. Let me show you swatches of all 6 shades. These are super fun. I mean, look at that. Look how fun that is. Let me see if I can remember the names of the shades from top to bottom. So on top you have Tourmaline, then you have 7 Seas, then you have, third from top to bottom, you have Limelight, then you have Sea Sparkle, which is that silvery blue, then that purple is Night of Creation, and last but not least, we have Solaris. It's easier to see the multichrome effect in some of them than in others, but it doesn't mean that these are any less fun. They're definitely different. And if you want a metallic eyeliner that will kind of put a twist into your makeup, I think these are fantastic. From the time that these were created, I feel like there are other multichrome eyeliners that have come out and gotten favorable reviews. ColourPop comes to mind. I still love my Kaleidos ones, but when the time comes to replace them, I'm open to maybe trying other brands just to see a different formula. So this is the totality of my eyeliners, brow products, and mascaras products. Let me just tell you what I think will be out of my collection by the end of 2024. Obviously, Demolition. Let me show you how tiny that is. Like, look how tiny Demolition is. Like, this is borderline dangerous. Like, this is borderline, I'm very close to stabbing my eye. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it until the end of the school year in mid-June, and then I will declutter it because it's just too tiny. If I had to guess, also the Milk Makeup Kush and the Tartelette Tubing Mascara will also be gone either by the end of June or the end of July, simply because they will have dried down. They are minis after all. And then I don't know what's gonna happen with that Physicians Formula eyeliner. I'm just not sure that I'm going to keep it. But this is it. Eyeliners, brows, and mascaras. Thank you once again for joining me on this review of my makeup collection in this particular category. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to make sure to not miss the next installment of my makeup collection series, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you are let know the moment I publish a new video. Thank you once again for joining me in my makeup shenanigans, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.